beautiful day it is. This episode we're going to go on a bit of a journey. As you can see, this is Geraldton, this is my hometown here. We're actually going over to New South Wales on the coast there. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but let's jump into this video and let's go on a bit of a journey together and check out a place over in Sydney. That's where we're off to. Let's do this. Alrighty, first stop is Geraldton to Perth. This is where I am now, so we're going to jump on a flight and we're going to go straight to Perth. We're going to stay there the night and then we're going Perth to Sydney tomorrow morning early. We've landed in Perth. The weather's a little bit different down here. It is raining, it is cold, it is windy, but I do have the hotel room right here, so this is where I'll be for tonight. Then tomorrow morning early we'll take off to Sydney and we'll land in Sydney. Then from Sydney we're going to go straight over to the east coast, over to Maroubra, and Maroubra is where we're actually staying. So still another little leg of the journey ahead. But I just went down the road here on the Great Eastern Highway. I went because I needed a feed, so I went down to the barmy there, grabbed a pork barmy, which is absolutely looks amazing. Barmy is just Vietnamese for roll guys. I did pick up a few chicken skewers and a little spring roll there, but yeah, man, the barmy looks good. It's got all the stuff in there, the cucumber, the pork, chili all the way through it, so. Sydney Airport, done. Getting out of here, it's a madhouse. Now we're going to go get an Uber and we are going to Maroubra where the hotel is. Thank God, getting off those planes. Here is the hotel room in Maroubra. Come and check this out. Couple of beds here, not bad. I think they've got a little bar fridge there, some kettle and some normal hotel room stuff. There we go. Bit of a straight there. Woolies is next to us. Sick. Alright, might go for a bit of a shop. Alrighty, first little walk out of the hotel room in Maroubra. I've come down to the local beach here, which is South Maroubra Beach. The weather's not great, it is raining. It's probably about 13 degrees and it's freezing cold. But I just wanted to come down and have a quick look of like the area, what's here. Trying to navigate through all this water and stuff that's on the ground. There is the lifesaving club here, the South Maroubra Lifesaving Club. And as you sort of walk a little bit further onto the beach, you can see all that beautiful coastline just up there. Wow, it is really cold. I'm definitely not going to be spending much time here. It does look pretty amazing. I'll spin it around and then give you guys like a full sweep of this bay here. It does look pretty cool. It sort of goes from up on this point here all the way around up to that first point up there. But I think when the weather's a bit nicer, what I'll do is I'll go for a walk more up that way. We'll go check a few things out. Maybe the following day we can do a bit of shopping, check some shops out. Just today it's a little bit wet, it's not very nice, so there's no point me wasting my time. It is 2:30 in the afternoon as well, so. Alrighty, day 2 here in Maroubra. I'm just having a coffee at the moment, but I'll give you a look outside. There's no clear skies in Maroubra at the moment. It looks pretty much the same as yesterday, so I'll show you guys what it looks like today. Alrighty, here we are. There you go, have a look at that. So there's a fairly good chance I'm going to get rained on today, but we'll give it a go. Alrighty, so this is Maroubra's main beach here. This is what's known as South Beach. As you can see, the weather is pretty terrible today. It was yesterday as well. Probably will carry on until tomorrow. It's probably between, I don't know, 15, 19 degrees roughly in that area. There is actually somebody out surfing just out here somewhere, which is pretty stupid really on a day like today. But what we're going to do is we're going to go for a walk. We'll carry up back along here. We're going to go up to that point there, up to Mayan Pool. We're going to go check out Mayan Pool because it's a pretty popular spot, especially during summer. A lot of the Sydney Swans will come down here, like the AFL football team, and they will practice playing football on this beach here. It is one of the most popular beaches apart from Bondi in Australia, this beach, so. But we'll keep walking. We'll go for a walk up a little bit further. It's probably about another 800 metres from here, 600 metres. Yeah, check out the surf, it's unbelievable. Alrighty, here we go. Down a bit further. I'm not going to go too far because it is pretty rough. It's wet, slippery, there are rocks. Here we go. So that's Mayan Pool behind me, you can see just here, with those little pickets on it. You can see how rough it is. It's not very nice at all. Yeah, there we go, that's Mayan Pool. Built in 1935 to 1936 after a petition was presented by Alderman Patrick Mayan. This pool, built of concrete, was an example of the Depression Works era and provided simple jobs for local families. Alderman died in September of 1935 before he could see the finished project. On March the 3rd, 1936, Randwick Council received a letter from Maroubra Bay Progress Association asking to rename the pool the Mayan Memorial Pool. The pool had further improvements carried out in 1937 with access railing and toilets. The pool has also been a training area for the AFL team, the Sydney Swans and other athletes. That was the 2 points, that's Mayan Pool and then the 2 points that I just showed you before. At least the rain stopped at least. Look at these mansions below me. Must be a couple of them. Alright, what the plan is we're going to go back down here to the main strip. We're going to go have a coffee somewhere. So I need a coffee. Alright, so this is Marine Parade. This is pretty much like the main strip down here. I think that weather's starting to come in a little bit more. It's alright. We might go back to the hotel room and just regroup for a little bit for the day. It's a little bit of a memorial park here. Saying about the shipwrecks and stuff. Alright, let's continue, There we go, that's what I just missed by 30 seconds. It's literally just out there, no? Alrighty, Westfield. Gonna have a little look around, see what shops they got here. This is day 3. Day 2 was a bit of a flop. Wasn't really nice weather at all. I went to the plaza there, the shopping centre. I come out, oh there's some swell over there too. I came out and went the wrong way. I spent an hour and a half walking the wrong direction. Got smoked by the rain, absolutely drenched. Had to dry my shoes overnight in the hotel under the air conditioner. But today's not too bad. We're going, it's South Maroubra Beach, but we're going for a walk up to the actual headland. There's a bit of a pool up there. Oh, there's some hell surf. Might be able to actually cut through here and show you guys some of the beach here. There are actually some pretty cool waves. But we're going to go up here for a bit of a walk to the little pool. I will stop just here at the beach because there are people surfing, so I want to get a bit of that. So this is basically the south end of South Beach of Maroubra. You can sort of see that blue building off in the distance. That's a bit of the surf club, and it goes around up to that point where I was the other day at May and Pool. A little bit of swell. It's still fairly overcast. It's actually a bit colder today. It feels like it's about probably 16. Now I wasn't going to mention much in this video. It's mostly just about Maroubra. This is where the Bra Boys live. This is their hometown. This is also where the Bra Boys surf most, is this spot here. I'm not going to say too much more on that. If you guys don't know or you want to see more on that, there is actually a film called The Bra Boys, narrated by Australian Russell Crowe. It's absolutely an amazing film, a documentary. I'll go a little bit closer actually. So a little bit hard to see on high tide here. Just in front there's a bit of a rock wall there and a rock wall here. This was built in 1920 by the Maroubra Surf Club. It was for when the new train line was built, so that people could come down and just bathe in safety and not have to worry about the swell as much. Unfortunately, most of it is underwater at the moment, so I'm not really going to get a good shot of it, but we will head up a little bit further up to that point up there and have a look up there. So in 1768, there was a name man, Lieutenant James Cook. He was captain of the Endeavour, and they set sail. They also had a botanist on board. It was Joseph Banks. They basically had two primary goals for that mission. The first one was to find the distance from the sun to Earth, which is pretty much impossible. And the second objective for the mission was to find a suitable place for landing, for colonisation basically. So they sailed around, they went into this little cove which they call Sydney Cove, or Botany Bay as it's more commonly known. They sailed into there, they spent 8 days. They met with the local Aboriginals, or the Eora tribe, which was actually given, the name was given to the Aboriginals. It basically just means the Aboriginals on the coast, that's what it translates to. So they spent 8 days there. They tried to communicate. Pretty much straight away there was conflict between the settlers and the Eora tribe. Oh, look at that view behind me. How amazing is that? So Cook, once they left Sydney Cove, they basically spent the next 6 months mapping out all the coastline of Australia, and all the way around to north as well, because they hadn't really mapped that out yet. Australia back then was known as New Holland. Such a nice walk along here actually. They've got they've got these nice trails that you can see, but it's just nice to get out and about really. I did notice that when I was walking up, and I took a photo of it, was a lifeline, so I'm guessing, as tragic as it is, there's probably people that do take their own lives up here, so it's a sad thing. And when I was up at Main Pool, I did notice that there were a lot of plaques. There was a lot of chairs. Every single chair had like a memorial plaque on it. There was, I'm going to say, at least 15 of them, probably a little bit more. It's a rehabilitation area. But nice little walk. It is a bit drizzly again today, but oh well. That is Sydney for you, isn't it? Alright, we're nearly at the spot here, so in January 1770, Cook returned. They basically set up camp, and then that was the start of the colonisation for Australia, the first colonisation, Sydney. Other states were to follow, and I think, and I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think WA might have been the last, 17, so it was 1829 in Fremantle, was that one? Look at that. How amazing is that? Give you guys a full view of it. Hey? Can't get any better than that.
In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes meet mine. Conversations fill the air, distance, space and time. I
So after Britain lost its American colonies in 1783, most of the jails in England were full. They needed to make a bit of room. So that's where a lot of the prisoners were transported to Australia. Sydney was obviously the first one. An experienced naval officer, Arthur Phillip, became the first governor of the colony for New South Wales at the time. A lot of the conflict, though, it was mostly over just food and land. As you can imagine, you know, this is the Eora, like the Aboriginal people's homeland here, so people coming in and thinking that it was theirs was probably a mistake to begin with. Governor Phillip was actually speared by some of the Aboriginals during a meeting that they had. He did continue to be governor. Oh, look at the swell here. The first fleet, which was in 1788, it was made up of 11 ships, convict ships. There weren't many bride ships, it was mostly just convict transportation. That lasted all the way until 1868. Such a nice day today too. So during that whole time of convict transportation, there was roughly about 150,000 convicts that were transported here. There we go, this is the headland point, so this is probably about as south as we're going to actually go today. That's about it. I might just head back and then we'll head back into town, go have a coffee or a meal somewhere. It is still quite drizzly, but beautiful weather, absolutely magic. Loving Maroubra at the moment. Right, I was just talking to one of the locals here. There is, where are we? You might not be able to see it, but up until that point there's a bit of a rifle range up there. There is a bit of a myth, an urban legend here about people performing satanic rituals in this area. Apparently they found like a pentagram thing in the bush. They used to sacrifice kittens and stuff like that, but like I just said, it is an urban myth, so whether there is any truth to it is another thing. See the smoke coming in. That's how cold it is. And here's me from Geraldton, shorts and a t-shirt walking around. Anyway. Alright, so we're going back this way. I'm going to hit the beach and we're going to go back up onto that main drag, go get a coffee, I think, because the coffee sounds great. So there's a bit of an information thing here. It's just sort of saying, you know, the local Aborigines use this area for fishing and cultural activities. There's rock gravings, basically just remains evidence of them being here. 1789, Governor Phillip referred to this as Long Bay. I'll get around the point there a bit more. So Long Bay, there you go. 1859, the Randwick Council was created, and the Malabar Headland. They have got a little bit on the MV Malabar, which is wrecked at near Bora Point here, and they do have a picture of there you go, the Malabar there. So they do have some information stuff, which is good. You can walk around and read. Oh, how's it? That surf is just kicking. So Sydney is the capital of New South Wales. Maroubra is on the eastern coast, southeast coast. It's about 10 kilometres from the actual CBD of Sydney. Maroubra has about 32,100 people, according to census. I can hear people up there. Anyway, they did actually film the TV series Heartbreak High here in Maroubra. Depending on the weather, I might get to go see where it was, I might not, so I'm not If it's in the video, it's in the video, basically. And they also filmed in 1983 a music video by Mondo Rock, and that the song was called "Come Said the Boy." Can't put that in to the video, unfortunately. I can probably take a few screenshots of it or whatever and chuck that in, but just for copyright. YouTube has been hammering me for a bit of copyright lately, so I've kind of had to change a few things. As you've noticed, if you've been following my channel, you will notice that my intro has changed, because that's what YouTube has told me to do. Otherwise they're going to pull my channel, and I don't want that. So crime in Maroubra is ranked about 15 out of 100 in Australia, 15th place out of 100. Break-ins have increased by 31%. Vehicle theft is down by 1.4, which is not bad. I guess everyone's driving those e-vehicles and stuff now, so it's a little bit harder. Violent crimes have decreased as well by 6.4, which is good. It's starting to drizzle a little bit more. It's actually getting colder. I feel like it's getting colder. Chances of getting attacked here in Maroubra are 1 in 96. But apart from that, it's a beautiful place. And as of last year, there's only one homicide. I'm not going to get into it, but there are a few suicides. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of memorial plaques all along this coastline, all on the cliffs. Just heaps of like little coffee shops and stuff. Quickie Mart. Beach is pretty much straight across the road. We'll just go for a walk past all those little shops here. The sweetie place. Thai restaurant here. See the beach pretty much straight across the road. Automotive. Could have picked a better day, but that's what it's about, eh? Getting out and about, checking stuff out. So, Italian restaurant. Got the life-saving pub across the road. Light sports. Oh, there's another bar here. Sports bar.
Next week,
amazing how quick the scenery changes. I've just gone from North Maroubra to South Coogee to like $1 million places, like multi-story, to, as you can see, like the housing estate on that side. So there you go. See them all? Just block after block. But we're headed into Coogee now. We're going to go have a look at a cemetery there, because I wanted to go have a look at it. And first day that we've had sunshine since I've been here too, so pretty happy for the last day to be sun. Alright, a little bit of a walk ahead, so I'm going to keep walking. But yeah, I'll show you back when we go back to Maroubra, like how different it is to where I am now. Alright, this is Randwick Cemetery here. It's quite big, so I'm just going to do a bit of a lap. We've come about 2 suburbs north of Maroubra. We've gone into Coogee. Bondi is basically just sort of behind us, the start of Bondi Junction. I'm not going that much further. I've already walked a fair bit, probably over an hour. I just wanted to come here and have a look around. A few things I've noticed since I've been here over in Sydney is everyone's fit, man. Like there's so many people jogging and out and about on bikes and stuff. Actually, that's another thing. WA has a lot of those electric scooters. There's none of those here. They've got those green bikes. I can't remember what the name of them is, but they've got heaps of those. Another thing that I noticed is I haven't seen a cop since I've been here. This is my 4th day now. I have not seen one cop car or a cop since I've been here. So we're sort of coming to the top of the cemetery here. I'll do a bit of a swing around. Pretty big. So a lot of you that sort of watch my channel, you'll know that like I do a lot of paranormal stuff. I'm not doing any of that today. The goal of coming here wasn't to do anything paranormal or anything like that. It was just a spot that I sort of, I wanted to get out and do a bit of a walk while the sun was out. I'm probably not going to go much further than that anyway. It's huge. This place is massive. But yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go back down to Maroubra. It's still probably an hour's walk from now. So just walking around a couple of these graves here, you can see obviously some are from the war and stuff like that. I'm not going to cover too much on this. I just wanted to chuck this in. It was a cool little spot to come. There you go. Look at that. Look how this place is massive. There's literally like thousands and thousands of graves here. Bro, look at this. This is bad. I don't know if this is old or people like desecrating the graves and stuff, but like when I come up the top here, this is everywhere. Like all on the other side. Like down there you can see. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully people aren't. I mean, it looks like someone's had a fire here and camped here and stuff. Like, bro, this is a cemetery. This is where you pay your respects, not do that stuff. That really sucks, eh? Like, if that was your family, how bad would you feel if you came up here to put some flowers on your family's grave and you see that? Like, look at this, man. Like, this grave is open. Like, most of them are open, man. All cracked and withered away, and they're not actually that old. Like, you know, I've been looking at the dates on them, and they're still, you know, 1930s, 1950s. Like, there's a couple from the 1800s, but not a lot. See, 1950s. Alright, time to get out of here. Alright, so not even a kilometre down the road, and this is what I was saying before, is how different the houses and everything are here compared to just back there where South Coogee starts and North Maroubra ends. You know, there's hardly any ground level, like, you know, just normal houses. It's all multi-story, like, you know, you can see across the road there, it's all multi-story. And we're not far from where I was just before, where all the housing complexes were. So that just gives you an idea of different areas and how it can change quickly. So we're heading back down to Maroubra now, nearly there. Just got held up. Some dude at the cemetery wouldn't stop talking. Some Yugoslav guy going on about wars and stuff, and I just yeah. But anyway. Porsche there, Pirates there. But still quite a nice day, I think, really. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the difference between back there and here, you know, where the suburbs end to start. There you go. Heaps of difference, though. Alrighty. That was Maroubra, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can jump down now, hit subscribe, like, comment. You can ring that bell for future videos that I drop. I appreciate it, and catch you later, guys. See ya.